Pain is not fun to go through.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
And I'm not just talking about physical pain, but I'm also talking about emotional pain. And for the most part, we would all love to do anything we can to try and minimize the amount of pain that we have in our lives.
You can't do that!
And the one thing that I know I did for a long time, and I'm sure many of you are doing as well, to try and mitigate the chances that we are inflicted with so much pain in our lives, is that we function within something that we like to call our comfort zone. Or it's the area of things that we've already experienced before, therefore we see them as less threatening or less likely to inflict pain upon us because we seem to know what tends to come from them.
That sounds about right.
And while this may feel like a more optimal reality where we are less prone to painful experiences or things from the unknown, this experience is actually much more painful, except not at a physical or an outwardly emotional level. It's actually an internal emotional level that we are inflicting an even deeper pain upon ourselves because we're actually putting ourselves within a tighter and tighter box with everything that we hold ourselves back from actually going out and doing or trying in this life itself.
You're blowing my mind, Frank.
So while you may feel like you're avoiding certain potential pains by not delving into the things you do not know yet, what you're actually doing is inflicting internal pain by boxing yourself up and limiting your human experience.
That's not going to be good for anybody.
I've read so many different schools of thought when it comes to kind of changing the way that we view pain, and the one that stood out to me the most and has kind of resonated with me the most is this whole idea of, rather than seeing pain as this thing that needs to be avoided or something that is so unfortunate in life, to instead see pain as something that actually sets you free.
Come on.
Now, I'm not suggesting that we go and seek out pain, especially not at the physical level, but every time that pain kind of naturally finds its way into our lives, especially at the emotional level, see it as an opportunity to expand yourself and to expand your comfort zone.
Wow.
Think of that famous saying that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Is that not true? Everything that you've gone through in your life so far that at the time was hard to go through, did it not expand your experience? Did it not make you more capable of dealing with things that difficult or even more difficult from that point on?
Oh, you're right.
One thing we need to remember about the whole idea of a comfort zone is that everything that is now within your comfort zone was once not within it, and you had to experience it for a first time in order for it to even be brought into that. So if you think that you're someone who is inherently incapable of taking risks or is incapable of doing things out of your comfort zone, that's impossible to actually be the case.
Wow!
I'm certainly not at a point where when I have pain come into my life at the emotional level, I'm excited by it. But one thing I make sure that I do not do is kind of dwell in it or bask in it for any longer than I have to. I process the emotions, I go through the experience of what it inflicts upon me, but then I kind of remind myself that this is actually setting me free. It's giving me an experience that I wouldn't have had otherwise that's going to better prepare me for what's coming next. It's a way of feeling alive rather than feel shrunken in. And I'd rather personally be alive by the experience of that emotion and everything that is brought upon within me than I would be shrunk within a really tiny reality where I play everything safe and I don't pursue anything.
Like the sound of that.
A couple of simple examples could be a conversation that you know you need to have, but you keep putting off because you're afraid of what emotionally could come with it at the pain level.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Or perhaps there's a new project that you're looking to put out there, but you're afraid of what other people are going to think of it and how they're going to criticize you, so therefore there's pain points that you are afraid of. So as a result, you're choosing to instead put these things off. This may feel like the safer reality, but what you're actually doing is shrinking your creative potential. You're shrinking your experience of life. And what are we here to do? We're here to experience life.
It's about damn time.
I'm not suggesting that you go out and pursue everything that's come to mind, but at least challenge yourself to do the things that you know you want to do, but just pain is holding you back from doing them, or the threat of potential pain is holding you back. Even if it does work out that a lot of pain does come along with it, know that it's setting you free to do similar things and even greater things in the future, and is much more rewarding than a life where you just always hold yourself back from doing anything that might bring you any level of pain.
You better be right.
To see a new video like this weekly, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to like me on Facebook to be a part of my mission to make personal development more interesting for both of us.
Oh, okay.